After hours, going on a hunt every Sunday, demanding a name from a grave. Stone hunt, prowl the dead, scouting the ones who before me bled. Stone hunt, prowl the dead, scouting the ones who before me bled. Carburetors and coffee, let's talk about life they gave. Carburetors and coffee, look it up, I find a grave. .com. After hours, after labor, I scout an old field of stone. I smell the flowers of the deceased. Decorate the fields and the rows. Headstone hunt, prowl the dead, scouting the ones who before me bled. Stone hunt, prowl the dead, scouting the ones who before me bled. Carburetors and coffee, let's talk about life they gave. Carburetors and coffee, look it up and find a grave. Don't go. Don't go. Look at the names on the final identifier, casting shadows over history, expansive library before me. Before me bled, carburetors and coffee, let's talk about life they gave. Carburetors and coffee, look it up and find a grave. Choose God.
Yo, what's up, you guys? Dragon, how are ya? Good to see ya. Who else is in here? Pinky, how are you? I think Craig might have left, but if you're still here, good to see you. Started a touch early than 10, but hey, why wait? I am getting ready to work on Resolve. I need to edit. I have some work to do. I have been slacking. I've been doing other things like working on guitars. Things like that, stuff that I really should not have been doing. Know what I mean? Jelly bean? And yeah, so I really need to be doing that sort of thing. So while I get set up, here's a new song. Trying to learn this one on guitar. This is actually the free version, Pinky. Yes, Pinky, you can. Who is this raw side paranormal? You know what, Pinky? I'm giving you permission to kick as a mod. You got to kick this raw side paranormal out. She is just, or I mean, she. I don't know if it's a she or not, but they are just harassing me. And actually, sorry, Laura. I was thinking I was gonna do some editing tonight because, again, I have no. I have been slacking, and you know whose fault that is, right? Yeah, it's your fault. And and I've deduced that everything that happens pretty much around here, and I think YouTube wise, everything is pretty much Laura's fault that happens with me. She kind of detours me. I don't know. I pretty much think it's her fault. But that's the way I'm like slanting it that way anyways. I think in this life we all need someone to blame, and I don't really know Beardo. I'll be honest, like I don't watch him. So like I know of him. I've seen his things. So I know people are doing like it's Beardo's fault, but for me, it's Laura's fault. And that's what I'm going with from now on. So so that's what I'm going with. Let's see. Is I'm the devil's daughter. Yes, exactly. So it's your fault. And so yeah, so I figured I am gonna go ahead and edit and see what I can come up with here. Oh, I don't have okay. So and um I don't have volume. So here I gotta go into my this is great. This happens to me all the time. I'm going to go into my preferences and go into my system and video in and out, audio in and out right here, system audio. No, that's not the one. Input audio. That's why right here. Okay. That's why. Okay, save. Now let's see it. There we are.
Okay, I guess it's recording, right?
I guess it's recording, right?
First time using it.
It's your fault. Your fault, your fault, your fault. Let's see. It's my fault that people think you like gigantic pens now, though. Yeah. They're probably like, what's that all about with the pens? But you know what? No, Pinky, that's their fault because they don't come and watch my live shows, and that's fine. It's our inside joke. And that's what I like about inside jokes. When people don't get inside jokes that we're involved in, I kind of dig that. I kind of like inside jokes that like fiffers. Like, I like when we say fiffers and nobody knows what the heck we're talking about. I kind of dig that. So, yeah.
3, 2, 1. Hello,
All right.
everybody.
So now what I like about DaVinci Resolve, and other programs have this too, of course. There's two windows you can edit from, obviously. This is the one, this one here is your ingredients, which is over here, these guys. And then you could pull from that. And then this one is the timeline. So I kind of do that. So that's the one I'm watching right now.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. I hope, sincerely, you're having a good day.
Now you can see my mistakes too. Let's see. Yes, Pinky Bill the Pen Man. Yeah, the pens. I haven't made you a song yet either, and now I am making Bristol one. Oh,
I'm
that's
having a good
okay.
one because today,
That's all right.
3, 2, 1. Hello, everybody.
Okay, at the 3, 2, 1, I gotta cut
3,
it.
2, 1.
Right there. B for blade. There we go. All right, now I hit the Control B. Oh, gotta hit the link right there, the little chain link to connect these. There we go. See how they both turned red? Hit that, backspace, boom, done. Now it is at the beginning of the timeline. So now if I hit this, this starts the video. Bloopers. I've been toning down the bloopers though. Like, I mean, what I mean is I've been trying not to swear. Just in case, like, I do want to do bloopers, I try not to have a potty mouth. But anyway, here we go.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. I hope, sincerely, you're having a good day. I'm having a good one because today we're going to get the Dakota. 3, 2, 1. We are going to get the decoder.
You get to see all the dumb mistakes. All right, so let's go back because I said I had to fix it. Now you get to see how I edit this together.
Back to the channel. I hope, sincerely, you're having a good day. I'm having a good one because today we're going to get the Dakota.
All right, I gotta...
Today,
right there. Cut it right there. Oops.
we're going to...
JG, how are you?
Today,
Good to see you. You're new.
Dakota.
Welcome in, my friend. You get to see how I edit out my goofy mistakes here, my friend.
Today, we're going to get the Dakota. 3, 2, 1. We are going...
All right. 3, 2, 1. Now, let's see how it looks. Cut this out. And now you guys know why, if you watch my videos, why they look choppy, because I edit out all my mistakes. All right, here we
Hello,
go.
everybody, and welcome back to the channel. I hope, sincerely, you're having a good day. I'm having a good one because today we are going to get the Dakota into the shop because we need to paint the bed rails and, well, the bed frame, I should say. The frame. It's not a bed frame. It's the frame. The frame of the truck. It's kind of scaly. I want to.
See, so Ranger, I do mark mine 18 plus also, just in case, because if YouTube's weird, if you mark it for like kids, they will only like allow certain commercials on your channel as well if you do it kid friendly. So once you do get monetized, they only allow certain types of commercials, and then you can't make as much money too. So I do mark it for 18 plus. So
Brush paint. Like I said, you don't ever come here for proper English. You come here for a bit of entertainment, just a little, and a bit of tutorials. Anyway, I want to get this.
see that space right there? I'm going to take that out, even though it's very little. I like even flow. Right there.
Tutorials. Anyway, I want to get this bed frame painted. And before I put the bed on, the freshly painted bed, you saw that. And before I put the bed on the freshly painted bed. You saw that in a couple of the last videos. I don't know what sequence. Painted bed. You painted bed.
All right, see that right there? That space, taking that out. Yeah, Laura, definitely. Definitely. Let's swing this over. Yeah, I was going to text you, Laura, and tell you I was going live, but I didn't want to bother you. I didn't want you to feel like obligated, you know? Sometimes I feel like I'm bugging people, you know? I just didn't want you to feel like you had to, like, come and, you know? Because I know you had a long day today, so.
And before I put the bed on the freshly painted bed, you saw that in a couple of the last videos. I don't know what sequence we're in, but anyway, nonetheless, that's what we're going to be doing. We're going to be...
See that, like, rambling right there? Like, I gotta shorten that.
On the freshly painted bed. You saw that. That's what we're going to be...
Freshly painted bed.
On the freshly painted bed. You saw that in a couple of the last videos. I don't know what sequence we're in, but anyway, nonetheless, that's what we're going to be doing. We're going to be cutting off. That's what we're going to be doing. We're going to...
How about right there? We're going to be
cutting off this stuff. Painted bed. You saw that in...
I'm just sitting here messing around.
in a couple of the last videos. I don't know what sequence we're in, but anyway, nonetheless, that's what we're going to be doing. Freshly painted bed.
Freshly painted bed.
We're going to be cutting off.
All right, let me see how that... I could always fix it if I don't like it. So I could take this out right here, this chunk. Sometimes I get over-explanatory and it's not necessary. So let me take that out and see how it sounds.
The freshly...
That was a big chunk that I'm taking out, so it might not make any sense if I do that.
Bed frame painted, and before I put the bed on the freshly painted bed, we're going to be cutting off this...
So does it make sense now?
Bed frame painted, and before I put the bed on the freshly painted bed, we're going to be cutting off this stuff. I got to do that.
I'm afraid it doesn't make sense. So now here's how I'm going to fix it. I'm going to hit Control Z and watch this. Boom. It opens up that space because that's the last motion I did. And then the second to the last one is this. Boom. It puts it back. So
freshly painted bed. You saw that in a couple of the last videos. I don't know what sequence we're in, but anyway, nonetheless,
I'm going to leave it. Thanks, Ranger. You know, I'm going to leave it because you said that. Man, we like your rambling as part of your character. I think so, too. I have a tendency to ramble. So, you know what? I agree. Sometimes rambling works, you know? Sometimes it works. It keeps the entertainment value, you know? So, all right. By the way, do you guys got your coffee? I got mine. Let me see. I am making a coffee and gonna have some homemade chocolate chip cookies. Oh, Pinky. Pinky. Thanks for being here, Pinky, by the way.
On the freshly painted...
Let's see. What time is it for you, Pinky?
Bed. You saw that in a couple of the last videos.
Is it Wait, is it morning for you?
I don't know what sequence we're in, but anyway, nonetheless, that's what we're going to be doing. We're going to be...
So, watch when I hit Control Z. That right there should disappear. See that? Cool, huh? All right. Let me see. Yeah, right?
Cutting off this stuff. I got to do that. Forgot. I'm going to be cutting off this. We don't need this. And there's some prep work.
Let's get rid of that little spot right there. For some reason, I get very breathy, and I hate that. I hate doing the, like, and I hate that.
Need this. And there's some...
It is Thursday afternoon, 3:15 p.m. That's wild, man.
We don't need this. And there's some prep work we got to do. But before we do that, I've already got it with me. Got the jump box because this has been sitting here for maybe a month and a half, probably. And I think also, here's what's going to happen. I'm going to put this in...
Oh, see that right there?
What's going to happen? here's
It's like I'm getting ready to go scuba diving or something.
what's going to happen. I'm going to put this in drive. And
Yeah, sure. Sure, Laura.
also, here's what's going to happen. I'm going to put this in drive.
See how I took that out of there so much better.
1.5 probably. And I think
See, like that one. Watch this.
probably. And
Now watch. If I take it out, it's so much better. I'm going to take it out of there. Just that. I think I'm like the only YouTuber who does that.
1.5 probably. And I think also, here's what's going to happen. I'm going to put this in drive. And I know that this right here, this wheel right here is probably...
All right. Take that out of there. Just shorten it up just a bit. Just a wee bit. Cookies and coffees, everyone. Nice. Where's Michelle? Can we ask her? She's gonna, you know what? We actually had a discussion tonight. She's been going to the school to help out there with that play. She's called a drama mama, and she's helping on the drama, with the drama kids and all that. And she's helping with sewing and like getting them dressed backstage and everything. But she's been complaining she's so tired, and she said, well, it's because I'm like doing all this extra stuff at the school. And I said, no, it isn't. I said, you always complain that you're tired, and she always goes to bed late. Yeah, I know, drama mama. And I said, yeah. I was like, okay, whatever. That's cheesy. But anyways, so she needs to just start going to bed earlier. And I told her, don't lay on the couch and watch TV and fall asleep at 9 o'clock, and then go to bed at 11:30 at night and get up at 6 in the morning. You need to go to sleep. I said, honey, if you want to go to bed at 9 or 8:30 even, just go to bed. So yeah. So she's actually, I don't know, I still hear people walking around upstairs up there, so that means somebody's awake. I don't know who it is, but she just needs to start going to bed earlier. So yeah. Right here. This wheel right here is probably going to be set up, or that one's going to... This wheel right here is probably going to be set up. This right here. This wheel right here is... Okay. See how I just said it twice? I hate that. I do that all the time. I say things twice. So I'm going to cut that out. Watch this. I know that this right here, this wheel right here is... I know that this... Okay, this... Now I'm going to cut this out. Now it's going to make much more sense. And I know that this wheel right here is probably going to be set up, or that one's going to spin over there, and this one's going to be stuck a little bit. So I'm going to that wheel right there. I'm going to have to kind of gun it a little bit. So that should be interesting. It won't, I don't think it'll be stuck where I'm going to have to like tug on it with anything, but it will be. But now I could also use the razor blade right here. If I click this, I can click and then go back to the arrow and do this, backspace, and get rid of that. But it will be a bit of a challenge moving it. That there wheel. We're gonna... See, I did the breath thing again. You can actually see it right here on the frequency pattern. Anyway. All right, so let's get rid of that. Anyway, we're gonna get the jump box on it and get this thing. Oh boy. Oh boy. I'm getting a lot of like fluctuating numbers here. All right. This is actually showing me a lot of tricks using my DaVinci. Yeah, Dragon, if you got any questions, let me know. I can show you. Get this thing. If you got any specific questions. Kitty Pigeon, how are ya? Good to see you, man. I'm so glad to see you. Box on it and get this thing moved into the garage. And get this moving, man. Okay. Garage. See, so let's cut that all out. Garage. And get this. sweet, dude. So nice to see.
Garage, you can get this moving, man. We got to get this box on there.
All right, let's see how that flowed.
The garage, you can get this moving, man. We got to.
There, that's much better.
Garage, you can get this moving, man. We got to get this box on there. It's been long enough. I want to get this done before any more flies attack me, but box on there.
Wasn't that funny, that joke I inserted in there? Isn't that funny, you guys?
Move it, man. We got to get this box on there.
Then take that little space out of there. You know, you got to keep things flowing. And I could also, with this little space, this bar here, I could increase the way things look.
Box on there. It's been long enough. I want to get this done before any more flies attack me, but before any more fall.
See all the breathing?
Me, but before.
But I think it must be old age breath or something. And I've never smoked in my life.
Me, but before.
I think it's nerves. You know what it is? It's nerves. That's what I'm chalking it up to. That's what I'm chalking it up to. Oh, Kitty Pigeon, this is DaVinci Resolve. Black Magic. DaVinci Resolve. I do have asthma, Laura, yes. It is breathy voice radio. And now, the rest of the story. I got a voice radio. There. I'm opening this up so I can read your comments better over here. There. There, that's much better. Now I can see the comments better. Do you get asthma? Oh, that was Pinky that was Pinky that said that. Pinky said that, and Laura is the one who said the other thing. See? It's much better now that I can see it.
Before any more fall happens. All right.
So you got to leave that pause in there because it's part of the joke, you know.
Fall happens. All right, let's get to it.
Royal Pine Gaming. I cut your audio at each cut. I cut your audio at each cut. Let's see. So question, Bill. Since I don't drink coffee, does drinking iced tea out of a Starbucks, it does count, yes. Jay, cut your audio at each cut.
All right. Happens. All right. Let's get to it.
Boom, right there. All right, there, I got all that done. And so this is a pretty long clip here. So I'm gonna go back to this. Let's see, a J cut is where the audio, let me see. I gotta look at my other thing over here. A J cut is where, why can't I see this? All right, now I can read it better. A J cut is where you can see the next clip where it begins the last clip. That helps make cuts smoother. This is information from the random YouTube video that helped me. Okay. A J cut is where the audio from the next clip will begin in the last clip. Yes, Steph, I am. How are you? Good to see you. It help makes it helps make. Oh, do you mean like when you do this thing, like that, and then you blend them? Like, hang on a sec. Like the crossfade thing? Not sure if that's what you mean, but like I do that with music if I'm doing, but I'm not quite there yet. I'm not sure if that's what you're talking about. How you doing, Steph? Good to see ya. Oh yeah. Well, I don't like I don't have to do that like right now because I'm not blending just yeah, gotcha. So I'm not because like I'm not like if here like I'll show you.
Any more fall happens. All right, let's get to it.
I guess what I'm trying to say is here, let me zoom in.
But before any more fall,
See, like nothing's
but before
none of that needs to really happen like a blend. But like I think let me zoom it way in. All right, let me go back. All right, let me zoom it way out. Let me get the timeline right there. So like, all right, so if I'll zoom in right on this. So what this can do is say, yeah, no, it's that it's all good. No worries, man. So if I hover over this, let me zoom in with the camera here. All right. Let me detach these two because I'll go up here and detach the audio. There, I've detached the audio and video. Now let's just pretend um and this works more with like with music, but let's just say that I want to do that right now with audio. So if I right click on this, a crossfade, I'll do it with a larger 50 frames. Boom. All right, let me control Z that. Let me do a smaller one because I'm zoomed in so much there. There we go. This crossfade will like here, let me come out now. So I learned that this like maybe like last year when I started doing this. When I would do music and I would do like voiceovers and I wanted my voice up here and then the music down here and I'd lower one and then jump one up. I was having trouble like all of a sudden the music would bang drop fast and then come up really fast. And then one day I just hovered over the center spot and I right clicked and found the crossfade and I was like, "Oh." And it allowed it to just lower smoothly because I had another program that did it and I was like, "Why doesn't DaVinci do that?" And I actually found it on by mistake. So that's what this does. It crossfades. As a matter of fact, I could probably show you one where, let me see if I open a recent project. Um, you just taught me something. Yeah, so like here, let me show you, dude. Like, oh, of course, that's missing. Files are missing off of that. Why they're okay. Let me try something else. Open recent project. Uh, gosh. No spark. Let's try bed removal short. Oh man. Whenever you have an audio clip that looks like that, it's not green anymore, it means that it's not, the file's not in that location anymore, in case you're wondering. It means you moved the file and DaVinci can't find it anymore. So Yeah, that's because I moved it. Darn it. dang tootin'. Yeah, that's what I do. I do stuff like that because I didn't think I'm going to be doing that, you know. But here, let me I hope to do a new project. I call it a testicle test, and then I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna control I, and then I'm gonna go ahead and go into my downloads and go into like do this Eternal Shadows. That's a great song. Let me show you that real quick. With a cut from you. All right, well, dude, let me show you this. All right, so I'm gonna take this this song that I made on Suno. It's pretty killer. Let me make sure this is out all the way. Sorry about that. Okay, let's shrink this down. Now let's pretend I want to do, I'm going to teach you, let's pretend I want to do, oops, let me turn this down a bit. Let's pretend I want to do a voiceover. Royal Pine Gaming. Royal Pine Gaming. Royal Pine Gaming. Royal Pine Gaming, if you want to do a voiceover, here's your little microphone over here. And I'm just going to go ahead and mute this because I just want to record a track. And I'm going to go ahead and hit the record button, right? Ready? Here we go. All right. How you doing? This is Carburetors and Coffee coming at you. This is Bill. And we are here teaching the man, the myth, the legend, Royal Pine Gaming, how to turn down some stuff on DaVinci Resolve. We're going to show him how to fade and unfade and cross hatch all the stuff on the, you know, on this thing right here. And we're going to show him how to do it. We're going to turn it up. And we're going to turn it down. Coming at you. Pow! Okay, now let me swing my microphone out of the way. Okay, I know that was really silly and goofy, but now I'm going to go ahead and get rid of my thing. Now, let's get rid of that. Now, here's what I always find. Whenever I do a voiceover, this happens all the time. You might have like a different, here's what I'm using. I'm just using like, it's dark in here just so you know. I always turn off my lights so you can see the screens better, but like in the studio. But like I have this like little cool little deal going on. All right, but anyway, how you doing? This is Carburetors and Coffee coming at you. This is Bill, and we are here teaching the man, the myth, the legend, Royal Pine Gaming, how to turn. Okay, see the waveform? It's kind of hard to see. It's kind of washed out for you guys on screen. Let me zoom in. Maybe you can see it better now. But you see, this is my voice. It's in mono. See this over here? You can't see it. It's hard to see, but it says 1.0. The music track says 2.0. That means stereo. My voice one is mono 1.0, which is fine. That's what we want. We really don't need my voiceover in stereo. We want it in mono, but we want our music track in stereo. DaVinci detected it in stereo, so that's fine. We didn't have to do anything for that. So let's go ahead and unmute this and play it together. And listen, you're not going to hear my voiceover at all. Now let's play it. On this thing right here. Okay, but I was talking. So what are we going to do, right? All right. Let's click on my audio track, my voiceover track. Okay, it's highlighted. Now we go up to the inspector gadget up here. Make sure it's highlighted because nothing's going to happen. Now I'm going to go ahead and select the volume, and I'm going to bump it up to 20, 20 over. Now watch the graph right here. Watch, boom. Oh, that's really loud compared to this. We want it to like sort of match. So I'm going to go back and I'm going to do 15 now instead of 20. Okay, see how close it is now? That's more like it. That's what I want. So get rid of the inspector, click back on inspector and get rid of that. Now let's hear my voice. It's going to be loud.
The man, the myth, the legend, Royal Pine Gaming, how to turn down some stuff on DaVinci Resolve. We're going to...
Okay. Now, here's the cool thing is I could slide this around and move it wherever I want. So it really didn't matter where I hit record and started doing my voiceover. I knew that I was going to be able to slide this around. So let's go ahead and mute my voice, and I want to do like an intro with this song. Okay, cool. Now I'm going to slide this over here, and I want it to start right there. Now, I want to make sure these are detached. So if I hit this little chain link, if I move these, well, in theory, I could group them together, move them back and forth like that, but I don't want to do that. So I'm going to go ahead and take my razor blade, and I'm going to split this right here. I know I'm moving fast, so let's see. To turn it up and down, I usually just drag it, and usually actually like the audio clip. Okay, it makes more sense to do the... Yeah, so yeah, you want to get away from doing the dragging thing, because then you don't really actually know where your volume is at, Royal, because you want to use the inspector. Because here's what happens. If you're doing it here, if like you're... Let me go back to that. If you go in here and you're dragging around your audios in here and watching it in here, when you do your final edits and you do your renders, when people go back to your channel and watch all of your videos, like say you do voiceovers and all your ups and downs on your audios, you want them to be consistent all the time. Like say, oh, that video sucked because his audios were not the same as his last video. Your last video came out way better. Why is that? Well, because the last time you didn't drag your audio the same and you don't know what you had it at. At least with Inspector, you know that whenever I do my audios, I know that I have my voiceover at 15. Like I know that I have my faders at a certain level here, and that I always know my inspector for my voiceovers is at 15. And it's always going to be 15. So, you know, like, boom, go into your inspector, hit your numbers, boom, it's always at 15. And then, like, you'll get into a pattern where, like, you're always like, bada bing, bada boom. Like, you're always, like, going quick and, like, figuring stuff out. I know a lot of people do things by ear. And sometimes that happens because music isn't always mixed the same. But for the most part, like whenever I do Suno stuff, like for example, I'm going to highlight this. I'm going to go into the inspector. I know sometimes Suno does tinny. It comes out tinny and trebly. So here's what I'm going to do. Watch this. I'm going to go to the inspector and I'm going to play this. I'm going to go over to the equalizer, but look, nothing's like happening with the equalizer. Why can't I use it? Because make sure you click this little tab and open up the equalizer. And finally it works. I always hit on these zeros 3.0 and it like boosts up the bass. And I'm not like a rapper type guy, like boost up the bass. But Suno songs and like AI music comes out super tinny. So I'm going to boost up my bass on this stuff and it comes out way better. So I always know that I always hit these 3.0. So I'm going to hit play. Now let's get back to what I was showing you with my voiceover. So I got my split where I want this to start happening. And I'm going to show you the crossfades. I hope you're still with me and I haven't bored you to death here. Click on, this is the one that it's outlined in red. This is what we want to start happening. This is all normal. This is where we want action to start happening. This is the volume we're going to adjust. I got this clicked. I'm going up into my inspector. Let's see. I already knew I didn't know much about audio. You're showing me the extent of how much I didn't know, but it's all great. Okay, yeah, no worries, man. And I know I'm kind of going fast, and it's kind of overwhelming. If you do have any questions, like let me know. But this is kind of like a crash course, so sorry if it's kind of. Dude, the more you use DaVinci, the more you're gonna like, and the more you like get in depth with it, the more you'll like love it, and the more you'll like sort of get obsessed with editing, and like the more your videos will be better. Okay, so like I have this area, you know, this one's highlighted, this block. Oh, yeah, okay, so this is highlighted. So I'm gonna go over here, and I'm gonna go, because now the whole thing when I was telling you about how like use your inspector to adjust your levels, okay? I know that I need to do this about -20. -20. See this now? All right, now I'm going to go ahead and play this and hear how it sounds.
How you doing? This is Carburetors.
All right. So my voice is too loud. I'm going to pull this back a little bit. My voice is too loud, but my voice isn't too loud. It's kind of a little bit of both. The music's too low, so I'm going to go to -15 on the music.
How you doing? This is Carburetors and Coffee coming at you. This is Bill. We are here.
Okay, I like where my voice is at, and I like where the music is at. So I'm at -15 on the music, and let's take a look at what we got going on right here. So let's listen.
How you doing? This is Carburetors and Coffee coming at you. This is Bill. And we are here teaching the man, the myth, the legend, Royal Pine Gaming how to turn down some stuff on DaVinci Resolve. We're going to show him how to fade and unfade and cross hatch all the stuff on the, you know, on this thing right here. And we're going to show him how to do it. We're going to turn it up.
Okay, we're going to turn it up, I said. Now I'm going to take my razor blade, I'm going to cut that out.
And we're going to show him how to do it. We're going to turn it up.
Now I'm going to take my razor blade, I'm going to cut this right here. Now let's listen to what I say again. And I always say we're going to turn it.
And we're going to turn it down. Coming at you. Pow!
All right, cool.
Here. And we're going to show them how to do it. We're going to turn it up. And we're going to turn it down. Coming at you. Turn it down. And we're going to turn it down.
Okay. Then we're going to cut it right here because I want to turn it down before I actually say it because you're not going to hear my voice.
We're going to show them how to do it. We're going to turn it up.
Now we're going to go back to 0 because 0 is actually 100%. Because on we're at -15 for our turn down. So we're just going to go back to 0 for my highlighted spot, 0. And that's what it did for this part.
And we're going to show them how to do it. We're going to turn it up. And we're going to turn it down.
So here's what I'm going to do for that spot where I say, and we're going to turn it down. I'm going to scoot this over just a bit. I'm actually going to I'm actually going to cut this right here. I'm going to turn this down just a bit to like -5.
We're going to turn it up. And we're going to turn it down. Coming at you. Pow!
All right, there. We got all of our settings, our volumes. But now it sounds choppy and stupid. So we got to fix that.
How you doing? This is Carburetors and Coffee coming at you. This is Bill. And we are...
Oh, it's Jimmy. Jimmy, the editing master. Okay, so... All right, Royal Pine, I'm going... All right, so what do we do? How do we fix that choppy... We don't want that. So here's what I was talking to you about. I'm going to zoom in on the timeline. Here's our timeline bar here. Our playhead. Zoom in on that. Sorry, let me... Okay, right here. Hover over top. See how it like turns into that? So I'm going to right click that and see how this opens up now. The 14, the 30. I usually click 30. Don't ask me why. It just sounds better. 14 would be a shorter fade. 30 just seems to be like a happy medium for me. There's our crossfade. Now I'm going to zoom out so you can see it better. It actually looks like it disappears. Then I'm going to go hover over that one. I'm going to hit the 30. I'm going to hover over that one, hit the 30. I'm going to hover over that one and hit the 30. All right. They're all in there. Now let's hear how it sounds. Jimmy! Let me see.
How you doing? This is Carburetors and Coffee coming at you. This is Bill. And we are here teaching the man, the myth, the legend, Royal Pine Gaming, how to turn down some stuff on DaVinci Resolve. We're going to show him how to fade and unfade and cross-hatch all the stuff on the, on this thing right here. And we're going to show him how to do it. We're going to turn it up. And we're going to turn it down. Coming at you. Pow!
And then I forgot to turn it up right there. So after I'm done doing the pow, like I'm some sort of 1980s, disc jockey right there, we want to go back and we want this to turn back up again. So we're going to go back to the inspector and we're at -15 right there. We just want to put it back to 0 again, which is 100%. And of course, here's how it sounds without the crossfade.
Coming at you, pow!
And that's too choppy. We don't like that. So we're going to put the 30 back in there.
And we're going to turn it down. Coming at you, pow!
you, man. I appreciate that. Yes. Dude, anytime, man. If you got any questions, let me know. You can email me. I have to get on board. Actually, so what happens is I check my Carburetors and Coffee email, and like there's usually nothing there. So I do have to like have Laura remind me to check it once a week. She's my like secretary, and if I don't check it, it's her fault. So yeah, dude. Anytime you got a question, let me know. I'm sure there's YouTube to like. I mean, anytime I have like a Da Vinci thing, I check that. Just YouTube. But yeah, dude. I'm glad I could help somebody tonight. Because Da Vinci's like, once you start to learn it and all its ins and outs, dude, it's like wicked fun to use, especially like when you go up into, say, like this effects section, all the titles, the title area, it's friggin' awesome, dude. There's like some killer stuff up in here. You'll find like some really neat stuff. Yeah, it's like really cool stuff up in here. Oh, and don't even get me started on Fusion. Like Fusion is like, I don't really know how to use Fusion. I used it once with like the nodes and everything. Fusion's crazy good, but yeah. It's pretty cool. But like Fusion titles are cool. Like say this, like it's just Fusion makes it. Fusion is, or not Fusion. DaVinci is just not as user friendly. Um, it's just let's see. Oh wait, hang on a second. Would you say See, I started learning more about just the video side and a bit of Fusion for cutting out green screen. Oh, see, that's cool. I didn't really do the Fusion part. So like, all right, for example, this, you can't go up and just put your cursor up here and drag this around, which a lot of other ones will allow you to do that. You have to use the inspector to do this, and they use like X, Y, and Z to do that with. And that's why a lot of people don't like using DaVinci, because they think it's too complicated. So for example, it says sample in here, and this is like a title or whatever. So let's say I want to like, really there should be a video over top of this, but let's just pretend that I'm gonna say like hello or something. Now over here in the inspector, it's all different. The fonts are in here, and like Open Sans and stuff. I always like using like Open Sans and everything. Bold, color is in here. This is where you can change everything. The font size is in here. All the good stuff. Layout. So this is where you go into like you could adjust so much. Your layouts, the strokes and everything, shading. Okay, here's the settings. this is where the zoom, the position, and the Y, the X's and the Y's. If I go over here, I can this is where I adjust the size. And that is up in here. Oops. That's these guys. These guys. And that moves it back and forth. Stuff like that. And that's up and down. That's your Y-axis and stuff. So it's a lot like a CNC machine type crud, you know. Flip it. So yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff you could do with it, but yeah. Or I hope Jack is hot and he gives you a full body massage. What is going on in the chat? Let's see, you could even make it 3D clip. Yeah, so you probably know more about this side of it than I do. But thanks, Dragon. It's terrible content, but I'm on a new grind to just produced constantly. That's cool. Yeah, Royal, I'll check you out too, man. But that started like 2 weeks ago and only have posted 2 videos. And that's the thing, yeah, I've been slacking too. So I get it, man. Bill, better send Jack to take care of you. Who is Jack? What's going on with what? Who's Jack? Steph, I got our own chat going on. Okay, yeah. Oh, and Jimmy's doc is coming out. It's like November 8th or something. I was looking for it, I think yesterday or the day before, and I was like, I couldn't find it. So yeah, it's not out yet. It's actually not playing yet on Tubi or Prime, in case anybody was wondering. I know I was wondering. So I had to reach out to him and find out. Because I wanted to watch it. I'm like, oh, yeah, I want to watch that. But I couldn't. So, yeah, in case anybody was wondering. Trying to get her for your secretary. Okay, yeah, she needs it. I'm very demanding. So I want to learn this guitar. I want to learn this guitar on song. Yeah, I can speak properly. Like I said, you don't come to my channel for proper English. You come for, I have no clue what you come for. But anyway, yeah, I want to learn this song on guitar. I did try it a little bit, and I got like 30% of it down. But it's wicked, wicked hard. Wicked hard. It's wicked hard, man. The 7th, okay.
How you doing? This is Carburetors and Coffee coming at you. This is Bill. And we are here teaching the man, the myth, the legend, Royal Pine Gaming, how to turn down some stuff on DaVinci Resolve. We're going to show him how to fade and unfade and cross-hatch all the stuff on the, on this thing right here. And we're going to show him how to do it. We're going to turn it up. And we're going to turn it down. Coming at you. Pow!
Yeah. Jimmy, you still there? You hear those drums right there? Isn't that sick? Yeah, baby. That was great. Jimmy probably went live. He usually does that. He comes on mine and then he like sees I'm live and then he goes live. Why I yada. Why I yada. Young man, I'm gonna kill you. Yeah, good man. Yeah, so Royal Pine Gaming, I know that you are new here, so in case you don't know, usually what I'm doing is I'm wrenching on cars, jamming out to some music, or playing a guitar or something like that. This is I do this once in a while. Like I'll do like so I'm glad you caught me on like a night where I'm like doing something that you're actually like yeah, that you actually like. So that's cool. I'm glad. Yeah. So Yeah, totally, Craig. That's what like my band used to play stuff like I was always playing blast beats. Okay, so I just created a couple Suno songs. Let's see what it's going to do for us right here. Let's see. This one's called Shadow Spiral.
Dust in the lungs, breathe tasted rust. Crawling through the wreckage, the ground's disgust. Steel teeth gnash, where shadows combust. I scan the void, every corner unjust. Bloody drums pound like a Titan's march. Baseline, Jordan souls parched, hard starch. Ice and riffs crack through the smoke-stained arch. The sound of the spiral ripping apart. Shadow spiral, swallowing whole, black wonder, devouring souls, round and round, no control. Shadow spiral, out of control. Graze edges, sharp as deceit. Words unspoken, knobs that repeat. Relentless, the rhythm of war drum beat. Each hit sinking deeper into defeat. The sins creep low, whispers of doom. Pools of echoes inside the room. Guitar strings scream, split the gloom. Suffocated by the spiral's loom. The spirals grip tightens, nowhere, no prayer. Eyes roll back, faces of despair. Downward, downward, nobody spared.
Yeah, I forgot to hit instrumental right over here. There's an instrumental tab, and I forgot to hit that. And it will create its own lyrics, which are fine, but I don't really care for the rappy stuff, so it kind of messed up. So although it was metal, I don't really care for the rappy stuff. So I'm gonna skip over this one, and I'm gonna go ahead and hit this. turned it down a bit for you there, Sage. You know what, Royal? That's a great question. I'm glad you asked that. I always encourage anybody to just point and shoot and hit record. You know what? Um, I'm not sure what your videos are and if you just do gaming or whatever, but I encourage you to just don't plan on anything. Don't script it. Don't worry about what you're going to do. Don't worry about if you're going to mess up. Don't, if you're nervous, so what? Just start looking at the camera and hit record. If you mess up, so what? It's not like it's film. It's not like you got to pay for it. It's not like whatever. Dude, I encourage everybody, if they're going to do a YouTube channel, find something they like to do, find something that they like to record. It could be like filming tadpoles for God's sake. Just do it, because there's going to be somebody out there that likes watching freaking tadpoles or something. Just do it. Start filming it, start talking about it, and start talking. You can always just stop and go 3, 2, 1 and start doing it over again. And take after take until you're happy with it. But I just encourage you to just do it and just hit record. Don't sit there and go, what am I going to do? What am I going to say? I can't do this. Just get past that fear and freaking hit record, man. That's my advice. Just do it. So I have two sides. Gaming side is all scripted for the most part, besides gameplay. And the other side is the outdoors boys style of just doing the woods. Dude, that's awesome. So, like exploration and stuff, you know what? My advice is talk. Do like a vlog and make sure just keep it entertaining. Use your humor. I would suggest keep it like kid friendly, so that if like somebody wants to like watch with their kid, like no foul language or nothing like that. That's just me. That's like like I know that if I want to watch it, I don't like seeing anybody use like language, so I'll turn it off. Like I won't watch. Keep it like friendly, keep it like jovial. Hey, look at that branch, whatever, man. Like look at that bird. You're exploring or whatever you're doing, man. If you keep it like, if you're constantly talking and entertaining, people will watch, man. If you're going down a trail we've never gone before, look at this pond, look at this puddle. Dude, people will watch. And as long as you have a good personality that people like, that's all I can say. Just hit record. Don't worry about really what you're going to say. Just, it's all happenstance. Whatever happens, happens. That's like, yeah, exactly, Laura. Be yourself. And I think you must have a good personality in order to want, you want to do it. So you must already have the personality to go ahead and do it anyway. So even if you are shy, get past it and just take a deep breath and go, all right, here we go, and hit record. And you could always have like a game plan. That's fine. Like I always do have a game plan too. Like, don't get me wrong, but I don't have anything scripted. Like, and you know what? Like, just so what? Just that you can edit stuff out later if you screw up, and just take it from where you left off. don't worry about like, oh man, I gotta backtrack and retake that. No, man, just keep going. And that's the thing. It's YouTube. It's not a movie. And Laura always has to kind of constantly remind me of that. Like I am a perfectionist. So yeah, that's like yeah, that was a great question. I'm glad you asked it. Yeah. Yeah, look, you can tell it's a tree. Yeah, exactly. No, actually, correct. No, that's I can never catch your lives, dude. I never know. Well, I don't. I it's not part of it, but dude, the people in your lives were relentless on you the other day. I caught that transmission pan one. Man, those people were like relentless. I thought like those people knew you. They were like picking on a Milwaukee tool, and then the guy was like, he goes, he's called it crap or something like that. And then what was the other thing? And then he was like, you go like, what do you use? And he's like, oh, I have something from Amazon that he bought, some Chinese brand. And I was like thinking, oh my gosh, dude, wow, like they were like, I don't know how you like, I don't know, it's just nuts. It's crazy. Uh, a bidet. No, Milwaukee's like the best. I can't afford to buy a Milwaukee. I have the Hercules, which was like it was like $450 for everything, the thing that I have, and I love it. But I'm not a mechanic like Craig is. Like obviously he's a professional, and that's like what he like. I'm not. I'm just like a guy who does out of my garage and stuff. But uh, I don't know if that one dude was though. I'm not sure if he was, but you had like a lot of know-it-alls in there. Now they were kind of like, I don't know. It seemed like they were like, it seemed irritating to me. It was like a lot of, I don't know. One of them, well, yeah, one of them was like a mod. So Milwaukee is the best. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Dragon, like my Hercules, man. I have like no complaints about it. It's awesome. I love it. Uh, you also don't pay for your tools. Yeah, gotcha. Um, yeah, yeah. That guy, I'm pretty sure you didn't know who he was, and then he was like, he was like, the tool I had for 2 years and haven't had any problems with it. And plus, by the way, you didn't have any problem with your Milwaukee tool. All it was is the battery was dead. And I'm thinking, well, all batteries die. Like, so what? I don't. You didn't have a problem. It wasn't like your tool broke. It was your battery was dead. And then he was like, it was some weird name I've never heard of. And he was like, I bought it off Amazon. It's the best. It was just stupid, dude. It was crazy. Yeah, it was dumb. was a good one. All right, I changed the prompt for this one a little bit. I put King Diamond, Jim Root. So a lot of you probably don't even know who King Diamond is. It's a band. Jim Root is the guitar player from Slipknot, and I put nu metal. Let's see what happens. This should be like probably a little heavier, I would think. Yeah, Laura, you've been up early. Yeah, Laura, I know you were up early. You're not doing the show tomorrow morning. You're doing it Friday morning, right? I'd like to join you. Okay. Craig, buddy, yeah, that's crazy, man. You got to get some rest, brother. Thanks for stopping by, and I appreciate it, dude. I really do. I appreciate you. Thank you. Yeah. Love it. All right. So next, I'll do this one, and then I'll show you. Nice. Okay, so, all right, I'll show you the setup. This is the new setup. I actually put away my acoustic set because I haven't been playing them. I'm just going to play my Roland electric set. So here we go. Hey Pam, how are you? Good to see ya. Long time no see. Anyway, we'll start over here. This is all my project guitars I got going on. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them I'm working on right now. But here's my basses. Got my neck collection. BC Rich. This is some of them. Finally awake for a live. Yeah, it's awesome. I'm glad you're here. Let's see, I was working on this one the other day during a live. I don't know if I'm going to continue with it though. I'm not all that happy with the way that this came out. I mean, it looks all right, but I'm not sure. Anyway, I got to get this one together. This one's kind of ready to be put together. This is a 1996 guitar that I painted this. You guys have seen my Stratocasters before. You guys have seen this one. I've played this one on a live show before. It's my Rev. Right there. I played this one on the live show before. I played this. I think I played this. Yeah, I've played the 7-string on the live show. Played that. BC Rich on the live show. I've never played that on the live show. And I just picked this up, actually. This is what I'm going to be building. So, yeah, Steph, this one. Isn't that a beauty? That is a 1993 Ibanez, made in Japan. Very rare guitar. It's worth about $1,000. So, yeah. Let me, that's pretty much the setup right there. There's my other computer that my son built for me. Sage, you'll be right back. You don't want to know. You don't want to know. Yes, 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 Pinky. I didn't even know. Like, I knew nothing about this thing, so I had to make this for my daughter, who is in a play at school. And their plays at school are like Broadway, their high school are like Broadway plays. They're really, really good. I mean, so good that you want to cry. Well, I do anyway. They're so good. It's not like they're like kids putting them on the high school. They're so good, these kids. Anyway, my daughter said that she wanted to build this thing for the play because they're doing Shrek. Yes. So I told her I would help. So I've been building this thing, and I finished the first paint job on it today. So yeah, I'm surprised. Like, I knew nothing about this thing. I didn't know anything about it, and here we are. So it's built out of cardboard and paper mache and a hot glue gun. And actually, so my daughter, she's 13 years old. She built the head part. She did this out of clay, the nose and the chin. But she did this. I built the hat, And then I did the inside with the hat and everything, and engineered all this on the inside. And then I just painted the first layer today. So, yeah, here we go. It's a big Mardi Gras head. Do they buy the plays? That's why my niece's school did for Shrek the play. Good question. I don't know. I would think yes, because it's so good. The I would think yes. They do. They did Elf last year. Was it Elf last year, or was that the year before? Like Steph, they are so good. The backgrounds and everything. Like when I went, I was like thinking, like how when you go to like watch their band and stuff play and they suck, and it's like, oh, this sucks. And you're sitting. It's like so freaking good. It's like watching a Broadway musical. I couldn't believe how good they were. So anyway, I had to make sure that this came out good and everything. So, yeah, obviously the next thing is to like paint like the eyes and stuff on, but I gotta do another flesh tone coat on it and stuff. So yeah, I'm not kidding you. I know it's like, I know you're like thinking, yeah, whatever, but trust me, I'm like a huge critic when it comes to that stuff. Like, yeah, it is. Sorry, yes, Bill, I am interested. I just had to help. I'm just kidding. Her knees are. I'm just teasing you. Yes, do what you need to do. Do they buy the play? Yeah, I caught that one. It looks excellent. Yeah, thanks. Musical theater. So, yeah, that's it. That's it, everyone. Yeah, that's everything, and that's my mess over there with like guitar parts and like chords and mic cables and DVDs and radio control cars and did you? I know I should have recorded it though, stuff. I really should have, because that would have been cool. But I'm thinking, like I was gonna do a live with me doing it or something, but I figured I don't know how bored people would be with that. Yes, isn't it, Steph? Seriously, they are like wicked good. Like these kids, they work for like 2 months every night. Like my daughter, um, yes, they're like no slouches. You figure if they're doing this stuff, they are like super into it. So, um, yeah, like totally good at it. Here, let me set this up. Let me set this up. Yeah. So, yep. Yeah, it's like organized chaos, pretty much. That's like, that's it. Organized chaos. Yeah, so I got a lot more room in here now without the acoustic drum set, which I think I'm gonna put that on Marketplace and sell it because I have the electric kit and that sounds way better than that does. So I'm just gonna play that. And I want to play the guitar more anyway. I'm more into that than the drums. Drums are boring to me now. So, yeah. But I should probably let you guys go. And I know Pam, you just showed up, and I'm sorry. We're going on 110 minutes. What is that? 90? What? 2.5 hours or so? No, it's not even. It's not even 2 hours yet. What am I thinking? Oof, if I had the money, I would buy the drums and buy them and have you ship them to me. Yeah. Yeah, with cymbals and everything. Stands and everything, but my niece was Donkey. She was like lead narrator. She killed it. Her costume was crazy good. Yeah. I know it's crazy. My wife is they call them drama mama. So my wife's been going to school like after work, every other day and helping out because she like knows how to sew. She's like the only one that knows how to like sew. So she's been helping there and doing stuff. So I figured the least I could do is I kind of took over on this thing because um, my daughter got stuck with like she wasn't gonna put a hat on it. Like she had like this weird thing going on. I was like, that's not. She's like, well, I'm gonna do it my own way. And I was like, is it because you don't know how to make the hat? She's like, well, yeah. And I was like, I'll do it for you. And then it took way longer than I thought, but yeah. So I just took over. So yeah, it came out good. But I can't get my daughter made the head. She made the whole sculpt of the head and everything. Um, and then I actually bondoed some of it to fill in some gaps and everything. But then she paper mache'd the whole thing. I cut the paper. Anyway, yeah. Yeah, so um it's gonna be cool to watch it, you know. And my daughter has two parts in it. She's like married to the the prince or something like that. My other daughter. She's married to the prince and she has a solo singing part in it too, so see, practicing in an apartment building might be in acoustics yet, but I figure, yeah, dude. I tell you what, like, I know you're like tight on money and stuff, but if when you do get enough money to buy like a electronic kit, like electric kits have come way down. Like you can get like electric kits for like $300 now. I've seen them. I don't know if that includes like the pedal. It might include even the pedal. I'm not sure about like the hi hat and everything, but um, this might be something to look into. Um, we'll see. But yeah, I don't even have a hearing for my disability schedule until February, and that is no guarantee. So yeah, no drum set for me yet. Yep. See, I am saving for a battery for my van. Really? What do you mean, like just like a regular battery to start the starter? Or like you don't have like an electric van? I know they've come down quite a bit right now, but can't afford food and let our own drums. Yeah, yeah. Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, just the 12-volt battery. You can't snag it out of the yeah, they're about 250 here too. Batteries are super expensive, man. Don't get me started on why they are. Yep. Yeah, a good battery is going to cost you 230 bucks. Yeah, it's ridiculous. Can you snag it out of the antique or what? The battery or no? See, the other car ones don't even fit in the van, or it would steal. Okay, that's what I was wondering. It's too big. See, okay, I'm off to bed. Yeah, I'm probably gonna let everybody go here. Steph, it's getting late. It's almost midnight. You guys are awesome, man. I really appreciate you guys stopping in tonight. It was a spur of the moment thing again, as usual, Pam. Well, I paid 160 Canadian each, and they are cold start with warranty and depreciation exchange. Yeah, but Pinky's on basically an island. So she's basically like in the corner of the world. So where there's nothing built where she is. So everything's expensive. So everything's like shipped in. I mean, there's like I couldn't imagine anything's manufactured on her giant island. Yeah. Oh, Pinky, you know what I wanted to ask you? I was watching, I don't even remember what I was watching actually. Some guy was in New Zealand, or there is a town or city, or is a town with the longest name in the world or something like that in New Zealand. You're probably going to know what I'm talking about. I don't know, it looked like it had 100 letters in the name of it. Oh, it was a true crime story I was watching. Anyway, yeah. You do make a lot of stuff? All right, yeah. Well, that's good. Let's see. Yeah, but you have good butter and cheese. You've been there? Okay, yeah. I'm not even going to try to pretend that I could like say it. So, yeah, I wanted to, when I saw the video, I was like, oh, I got to ask Pinky about that. Yeah, I thought that was pretty interesting. Yeah, the guy actually on his YouTube channel. It's called Coffee House Crime, I think, is his YouTube channel. He pronounced it. I couldn't believe that he did it. He pronounced it. It has to be like 20 syllables, I think. Makes you want to say bless you. Makes you want to say bless you when someone says the name. Sage, no. Trust me, it's not. It's like you can't describe it. Even when you look at it, like you look at it and you wouldn't even be able to like start saying it. Because they showed the billboard like welcome to blah, 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 and it's like it just goes on and on. It looks like an alphabet. Yeah, he did a video on that ass that kidnapped his kids and hid in the forest for 4 years. Yes, that's the one. Yep. Yes, and they were like stealing stuff during the night at that grocery store and everything. Yep, that's the one. Yeah, I watched that guy's show, along with that chapter and that dude. Let's caffeinate while we investigate. That dude. Yep, that's cool. So you watch him too. Let's see, not like the Welsh names. Let's see, I saw the video. It was something else. Sign was huge. Yep. Breaking into stores. Yeah. I was laughing because he pronounced a lot of the words wrong. Did he pronounce it? Yeah. So Mike from that chapter, he'll do that too, because he does like a lot of like, they call it upstate New York. We're not upstate New York, we're central New York. But anyway, he'll like pronounce a lot of things wrong too. And but you know, like it's okay because they're not like native or anything. So it's a little inside chuckle. But yeah. Yeah, I like his videos too. Let's see, there's an Irish town that has a huge name like that. I think it was Irish. Okay. He got Waitomo, Waiatomo, Waiatomo. Correct. Okay. Yeah, that dude was a psycho, and then he like basically we had a standoff at the end there, like on the four wheeler and stuff. Yeah, yeah. I just watched it one like last month, I think it was. His kids were like frightened out of their minds. Freaking psycho, doing that to your kids. You don't love your kids if you do something like that. You just people might say, "Oh, well, he loved them." No, you don't. You don't love your kids if you do something like that. You just don't. That's obsession, and you're a nutcase. You're a friggin' nutcase. Anyway, why Tomo? Gotcha. All right. Why Tomo? Man, he got that right. That's pretty good. He must have looked it up. He must have done a lot of research. Okay, hey, hope you have a great day. Hey, I am new to the live. I would like to get a better idea of your morals. Could you please provide your profession, body count, and your religion? Thank you very much. What do you mean body count? Well, hello, how are you? You're new here. Good to see you. Having a great day. I am new to the live. I would like to get a better idea of your morals. Mine is too unemployed and Christian. Well, the first one's kind of personal, so I won't get into that. But yeah, I'm a born again Christian. So yeah, that's about as personal as I'll get, I guess. Yeah, that's good, Pinky. Thank you. That's kind of weird. Okay, and shooting at others and getting killed in front of. Yeah, exactly. Those kids missed out on 4 years of school. Yep. Yeah, that's very odd. Strange. Hello, hi, how are you? Just wanted to. I'm new here. I just wanted to ask you how many people you've been with. See, I'm not revealing my sex life to someone I never met. Yeah. What's coming up for me? Yeah. I don't know, man. I was trying to like edit, but I kind of liked doing the sort of like um showing that dude how to do what I. It's kind of, I veered off and I was gonna start editing. Well, I did start to edit, which was okay. Um, but I really need to get my rear end out in the garage and work on the truck so I can get that out so I can get my wife's Subaru into the garage to work on her brakes, and it needs a wheel bearing. She doesn't know it, but I know it. It needs a wheel bearing. Um, my Jeep needs the rear brakes done. I need to finish the trailer, and yeah, and the other dude, I think he probably went to bed or something, but yeah, great dude. So made a friend tonight, so that's awesome. Uh, so yeah, I mean, really, I don't. I don't know. How about you guys? What are you guys up to? Anything? My truck has a vibration. Not sure where I need to figure that out. What do you have for a truck? Need the wheel bearings replaced on my Ranger. Dragon Ranger, yeah. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Oh, one Ram. It's probably you might need a drive shaft. Um so you look like Cheap Charlie Chronicles, the YouTube blogger. I don't know who that is. He travels the world. Oh. No, I'm not him. Dragon, it might be your U joint, your universal joint. That's what it sounds like to me. Then runs out of at about 60. Oh, I didn't know you're having one, Pinky. What are you doing? Yeah, what time, Pinky? Let us know. What's going on? Tell us. And your Halloween album. Oh, okay. Oh, it's 4 p.m. It's hard. It's so tough for me. I'll try to be there for you, okay? Because that's like I got to get my kids from school and everything around there. Um, 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Should be able to be there. Yeah, because like I'm like making like dinner and stuff. My old 2002 Chevy Blazer need to go. Used to go to the mechanic. Pam, I love those. I love '02 Blazers. 9 a.m. your time. Well, I'm definitely gonna try to be there for you. Will you be on camera? Pam, where are you? Are you like I don't want to like know your address. Is that what I'm saying? Like, are you here in the States? Where are you? What's your time zone? I should ask. Okay. So, Alberta. So are you on the west? That's like Alaska side, right? Yeah, okay. Oh, you'll be in chat. Okay, right. Yeah, okay. That's cool, Pam. Also need to replace the tail light assembly and figure out why the wiring isn't working for it. But I have, let's see. But I have the assembly thing, the wiring, as mice ate them when the truck was sitting for a while. Yeah, they love the casing because the casing is made from, they use like vegetable oil and stuff to make the silicone. So they love to eat it. Wiring isn't working. Yeah. Check check the connections inside. It might be corroded. Spray some WD-40 in there. See if that helps. And wiggle it around in the connection. Maybe you could wake it up. Don't have the Torx I need to change it out though. Yeah. Yeah, it's like a T25. That's what it is. Torx 25. It's on the inside. I know exactly what you're talking about. Mountain Standard Time for me. Yeah, okay. Yeah, especially for us, Pinky, we get all the rot and rust. You probably get like the salt type, like ocean air type. We get like salt rot. Right, Pam? Alberta, Canada. She gets that. Yeah, I bet your son has an awesome Jeep too. Dragon. Wiggle the bulb around and stuff, and even scrape the connections with a pocket knife and clean them up. So no ghosts think it's a broken, eaten wire. Okay, yeah. Yeah, it's not as bad as Ontario. Yeah. And Ontario is like 3 hours away from me, Pam. There's Ontario, New York, and then Ontario uh, and Quebec is like 3 hours away. Canadian border is like really close. Been over the Peace, they call it the Peace Bridge. Niagara Falls is like 3 hours away. So I have family in Buffalo. Most of them are all passed away now, but I, as a kid, grew up in Buffalo. So we went to the falls all the time. So um, I was in Canada a lot actually. So um, been to Montreal twice, which was beautiful. Um, been into Toronto, so um, it's going. It is going to be the auto electrician next week. Yeah, I get tumbleweed. Yeah, tumbleweed. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, yeah. I'm in the middle of the country, not near the ocean. Okay, so you don't get it. Okay. Tumbleweed. Tumbleweed where? Okay, gotcha. So you lived in Ottawa. Okay, yeah. I actually had a girlfriend that was from Ottawa. Um, she was actually Indian. Um, she was born in Canada in Ottawa. That's where she was from actually. Chabot was her last name. If I drove 2 hours east or 2 hours west, then I'll be at the beach. Yeah, that's awesome. So the closest beach for me would be, well, it would be like basically like New York, like Rhode Island and Massachusetts and stuff like that. Basically, is like the closest beach. Connecticut. We use beetroot solution on the streets a lot. Yeah, less salt until it's really cold. Yeah. Here they use this liquid brine, which is, salt. It's a liquid salt solution here. And there's like, you could see like 2018. A friend of mine has a 2020 pickup truck, and already on the bed is rotting away. It's just a shame, just these vehicles. I had a friend that went into a Ford dealership. He has a 2014 car, a Ford Focus, and he needed brake work done. And they said, "What year is it?" And he said 2014. And he goes, "This is the Ford dealership," and they said, "We won't work on that. It's too old." And he left, and you said, "They told me it was too old." I said, what they should have told you, the reason why they won't, it's not because it's too old. See, to me, it's like, that's like a new car to me. It's not that it's too old, it's too rusty. It's been in this state for way too long. They can't justify working on when a bolt breaks, and if the book tells them a brake job is going to be 2 hours, it's going to take them 6 hours here in New York State. It's just ridiculous. So that's why they won't work on it. They want new stuff with no rust. You're in Oklahoma? Ah, the Dust Bowl. Let's see. Out here we have volcanic dust that is very fine, like talc. Yeah, and it gets into everything. I jokingly call it desert patina. Yeah, that's crazy. My part of New Zealand gets very foggy in the winter and very wet in spring, then dry and sunny in the summer through autumn. Oh, that's interesting. But a lot longer drive than 2 hours to get to the beaches for me. Yeah, yeah, Ranger. Yeah, exactly. The beach stuff is newer, seems to help. Pinky, Joan Beams lives near the ocean. She's about 5 hours drive from here. Okay, that's cool. Pam says, if I get the undercarriage treated with wax, it really helps. Yeah, it does. Yeah, dealerships are lazy anymore when it comes to working on cars. Yeah, and there's a lot of like no talent too, I noticed. If they think it is going to take longer than the manual says, they won't do it. Yeah. I can't say as I blame them. And here's the reason why. If because I've been on the other end where you go in and you get a brake job done, and it takes you X amount of time to do it. If you're paid hourly, if you have to pay hourly, let's say, and they're getting like $140 an hour, and say it took them 6 hours to do your brakes. And so that's like what, 606 with it, 600 and then the 40, whatever it is. And you're talking $1,000 to $1,200 to do brakes. How are you going to justify that to the customer? Now, like, the Google reviews are going to be crazy about how like they're crooks and you're getting ripped off. But how do you explain to the customer, come here, take a look underneath your car? This is why it's taking me so long. I don't care. It's just a brake job. Yeah, but the rust, I can't get the bolts undone. And this one broke. Now the bolt's stuck in there. I had to tap it out. I had to it broke, and that's your problem. It should still only cost this. But it still took me X amount to work on it, X amount of time. So I get it. I think I understand. So they want them to take them. Those big dealerships are all about selling new cars. They want to work on the service end, and they don't want that stuff. Send it to the mom and pop shops. Let's see. They have a Lanolin spray. Yeah, you could put an undercarriage. Yeah, they call it fluid film here. Fluid film and rust ease. They have all different names. Dealership seems to be overpriced. I like my mechanic that loves cars. He restores old cars as a hobby. See, now that's cool that you've actually found somebody that you trust. Because that's hard to come by. So that's good. Let's see. Out here, I have a pretty good mechanic. He's my age and he's honest. That's awesome. Yep. My problem is the dust that gets into everything. Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah. Yeah, I don't. Let's see here. Anybody else? Anything else? Anything else? Anything else? What do we got? I think I will. Seem to have. All right. Let's see. Even track it in the house. You can get. Yeah, I bet. You use something like that. Extend in Colorado as well. They use mag chloride during the winter, and that stuff is nasty as salt, if not worse. Yeah. Sage. Yeah. I'm not sure when. I'm just starting to feel better. So, yeah. Thanks for asking. I need to. Um, it was kind of I just wasn't feeling good. I just knew that when I woke up, but I wasn't going to be able to do it. So yeah, I want to. I am feeling better. I'm like, I'd say I'm like 95% better now. So I just wanted to be like 100% and maybe like learn a couple more songs. Like I have four that I know. I can't speak English properly and I can't do math, obviously. Thank you, Sage. No, that's all right. I want to. So it's, because I want the lives to be like entertaining. I don't want it to just be, this. But, but I do have to get back out in the garage, my fiffers. Where did Steph go? She left. But, yeah. Yeah, I appreciate it, Dragon. I appreciate it, man. Hey, Casey, you're new here. Uh, my whole family's asleep right now, and my wife would probably have the castanets in a net if I cranked up the guitar right now. But Casey, we were just discussing that, and I'm going to let you guys go. But before I do, I am going to be playing again soon. Like, give it a couple weeks. I definitely, and that's the thing, Casey, you're new here, just stopping in. Don't know if you'd like the music I play. So, check out some of my videos to see if it's the kind of music you'd like. Maybe you won't like it. So, but if you appreciate guitar playing, maybe you will. So it's metal and stuff like that. A lot of people don't like that kind of music. So, you just never know. Use the drumsticks. Use drumsticks on your head. Yeah, I could do that. She would do that. That's what she would do. Probably smack me. Oh shit, man. Really? Oh, dude, thank you. You just never know who's going to stop in on your live and surprise you. Dude, thanks. I appreciate that. Thank you. So Casey, so here's the thing. I was actually just getting ready to sign off, but I was supposed to do a live show and do like and play some songs for everybody, but I was like really sick and I didn't want to do like a crappy job for everybody. I wanted to do something like my heart and soul into it for everyone and not screw up. Well, I am gonna screw up. It's just what's gonna happen, but um I at least wanted to feel like physically 100%. So if you could please stop back when I do play, I'm going to advertise, better. And that would be cool. I'd really appreciate it, man. Uh, so yeah, that'd be awesome. I appreciate it. Big Lou. Well, I appreciate it, man. So, you guys, I'm going to let everybody go. Thanks for everybody stopping in, and you guys rule as usual. And I appreciate you guys. I appreciate you guys. I will see you on the next one. You guys stay safe and all that good stuff. That's all part of it. Good, bad, ugly, beautiful. Yeah. Thank you to can't do Metallica because of the copyrights, Casey. Yeah, exactly. Well, actually, no, you can. So I just can't play along with it. Like, I mean, if I could show you that I could play it, but like I wouldn't be able to cover tune it. Actually, there's a guy. He was playing. There was a girl. She had to be like 13 years old. Could smoke me out of the water. She was playing Marty Friedman and Dave Mustaine's guitar solos. And I was like, I might as well just pack it in. Why am I even trying? I'm still going to play. But she was playing Holy Wars. There was another dude that was playing the Rust in Peace songs, Megadeth songs. And so I don't understand how like they're getting away with it. Which was yeah, dude. She was super good. She was like looking at the camera. The only thing is like they play robotically with like no feeling, but she was like looking at the camera, smiling and playing Marty Friedman's guitar solo. Like she's like going, you know what it is? They have really high IQs, and if you're playing and your fingers don't do what they're supposed to do, it's not your fingers, it's your brain. You always blame your fingers and your dexterity. No, it's your brain that's not doing what it's supposed to do. Your brain is supposed to tell your fingers what to do. So I'm just like not intelligent enough. That's what it is. So yeah. Plus, the older you get, that whole old dog new tricks. Yeah, it's not good. But hey, you got to keep going, and that's what I'm just trying to do. Just keep going and keep playing. And that's what I suggest everybody does, no matter what it is. So that's what I'm going to try to do. And you know what? The Suno stuff really helps me. It inspires me to play. And that's what I'm going to do. Just keep playing. All right. Don't know how to either. I wouldn't want to risk it. Yeah, I don't get it. Yeah, and that's what I'm trying to do, Sage. Just practice every day. I'm trying to every day, even if it's 10 minutes. Just try to every day. Does it make me want to puke when I see like these little kids that are like flying all over the fretboard? Yeah. But I try to ignore it and just do my thing. It's crazy how good they are. All right, you guys. Thanks so much for stopping. I appreciate everybody. And I'll see you on the next one. Hopefully this week sometime. I'll be out in the garage, okay? Listening and jamming out to some tunes. And I'll try to give you a heads up, okay? But I appreciate you guys stopping in. See you on the next one. Bye.